The party should be id idem. Ad idem. ADIDEM. Idem. Ad idem. The party should be ad idem is a Latin term meaning in agreement. Meaning in agreement. A meeting of the mind. A meeting of the mind between the party where all understand and have accepted the contractual commitment made by each other respectively. Full stop. In expression mean agreement of the party to the same thing in the same sense. Same things in the same sense हो गया. The party should be ad idem. Ad ad idem is a Latin term meaning in a agreement, in a meeting of the mind between the party where all understand and have accepted the contractual commitment made by the each other respectively. Full stop. In expression meaning agreement of the party to the same thing in the same sense. Same thing in same sense. Define contract and describe the essential element of the contract. Essential element of the contract. Definition of contract. According to the section 2 clause G, 2 clause H, 2 2 clause H हो गया. According to the section 2 clause H of the Contract Act 1872. According to the section 2 clause H. According to the section 2 clause H of the Contract Act 1872, in agreement enforceable by law is a contract. In agreement enforceable by law is a contract. In agreement enforceable by law is a contract. A contract therefore a contract therefore is in agreement the which create a legal obligation. Which create a legal obligation, that means a duty enforceable by law. A duty enforceable by law. A duty enforceable by law fall from the above definition. We find that a contract essentially consisting of the two elements. One in agreement and two is legal obligation, that means a duty enforceable by law. A duty enforceable by law. Full stop. The following are the essential element of the contract has defined in section. According to section 2 clause H of the Contract Act 1872, in agreement enforceable by law is a contract. In agreement enforceable by law is a contract. In contract therefore is in agreement the which create any legal obligation, that means a duty enforceable by law. Duty enforceable by law, that a duty enforceable by law. Full stop. From the above definition we find that a contract essential consisting of the two elements. One is agreement and two is a legal obligation. Legal obligation, that means a duty enforceable by law. Full stop. The following are the essential element of the contract has definition in section 10 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. Indian Contract Act 1872. Agreement, offer and acceptance. The party to the contract should have a mutual understanding regarding the subject matter of the contract. Full stop. There must be a lawful offer. And lawful acceptance, thus resulting in a agreement. Full stop. The party must have agreed to the subject matter in the same sense. Legal purpose. There must be in a intention among the party that the agreement should be attended to be legal consequence and in a create legal obligation. Full stop. In agreement of the social or domestic nature do not complete legal relation. Do not compete contemplate legal relation. Do not contemplate legal relation. Contemplate legal relation. Agreement of the social or domestic nature. Agreement of social or domestic nature do not contemplate legal relationship. Do not contemplate legal relationship. Also, रिलेशनशिप केस लो, बेलफोर वर्सी बेलफोर 1919, बेलफोर BALFOUR, बेलफोर वर्सी बेलफोर, in intention not to create legal relationship was imply in the case, full stop. In this case, the defendant who was employed on a government job in Salion want to England with this wife only, full stop. For health reason the wife was unable to accompany the husband again back to Salion, full stop. The husband promised to pay £30 per month to this wife as maintenance for the period she had to live apart, full stop. The husband have failed to pay this amount, was sued by the wife for the same, full stop. It was held that in this case there began no intention to create legal relationship. The husband was not liable, full stop. Lawful consideration. Consideration means something in return, full stop. In every legal contract there must be something in return, full stop. In agreement is legally applicable to the enforce only when each of the party to it give something and get something, full stop. The consideration should not be unlawful, unlegal, immoral, or imposed to public policy, full stop. Capacity to contract. Every person who enter into a contract must be competent, full stop. In other word, the person should be of the age of a majority, should have a sound mind, and must not be disqualified from any law to which they subject, full stop. Minor lunatic, unsound, and intoxicated person are incompetent to enter into a contract, full stop. However, there are exceptions as defined in section 68, full stop. In case of any exception, the minor and lunatic is not personally liable, full stop. Free consent to be contract. All the party must have agree upon the subject matter of the agreement in the same sense. Section 14 say that if the agreement is coercion, fraud, misrepresentation, or mistake, it is said to be no free consent, and such a contract is voidable and cannot be enforceable by law. Cannot be enforceable by law. Cannot be enforceable by law. Free consent to contract. All the party must have agree upon the subject matter of the agreement in the same sense. Section 14 say that if the agreement is included by the coercion, fraud, misrepresentation, or mistake, misrepresentation, or mistake, it's said to be no free consent, and such a contract is voidable and cannot be enforceable by law. Cannot be lawful object. Lawful object if the object in the agreement is unlawful. If the object in the agreement is unlawful, the agreement is void. Full stop. Example: the landlord cannot recover rent through court of law. Example: the landlord cannot recover rent through court of law when he knowingly let this house to prosecution. Carry on prosecution. Certainty. Every agreement of the contract must be certain. Full stop. If the agreement is not certain or inapplicable of the being made certain, it is void. Certainty. every agreement of the contract every agreement of the contract must be certain. Every agreement of the contract must be certain. Full stop. If the agreement is not certain or inapplicable of the being made certain, it is void. Full stop. Possibility of the performance. Possibility of the performance. Every contract must be applicable of the performance. Otherwise, the agreement is void. Agreement is void. Full stop. In agreement to do or impossible act, whether physically or illegally is void. Full stop. No expressly declare void. Not expressly declare void. The agreement must not have been expressly declared to be void under the act. Full stop. The example of such agreement are restraining of trade, marriage, legal proceeding, and wagering agreement. Full stop. Such agreement are not wagering agreement. Full stop. Such agreement are not enforceable by law. Such a agreement are not enforceable by law. Full stop. Legal formality like writing registration extra. A contract may be oral or in writing according to the Indian Contract Act. Indian Contract Act. Full stop. In a certain case, the agreement must be in written. In full stop. In some case like contract by company selling or buying buying or share extra, the contract must be registered. The contract must be registered. Full stop. All the above ingredient ingredient must be satisfied in valid contract every valid contract. Full stop. It can be noted that all contract are agreement, but not all agreement are contract. But all agreement are not contract. All agreement are not contract. Okay. all agreement are not contract all agreement are not contract. यानी कि lawful object if the object in the agreement is unlawful. If the object in the agreement is unlawful, the agreement is void. Agreement is void. A lawful object if the object in the agreement is unlawful, the agreement is void. Example: the landlord cannot recover rent through court of law. The landlord cannot recover rent through court of law when he knowingly let this house to carry on prosecution. Certainty. Every agreement of the contract must be certain. If the agreement is not certain or inapplicable of the being made certain, it is void. Full stop. Possibility of the performance. Every contract must be inapplicable of performance. Inapplicable of the performance. Thus, otherwise the agreement is void. The agreement is void. Full stop. In agreement to do in impossible act, whether physical or legal, is valid. No expressly declare void. The agreement must not have been expressly declared to void under the act. Example of such agreement are restraining of trade, marriage, legal proceeding, and wagering agreements. Full stop. Such agreement are not enforceable by law. Formality like writing registration extra. Registration act may be oral or in a writing according to the Indian Contract Act. Full stop. In a certain special case, the agreement must be in written. Full stop. In some case likely contract by company selling or buying of the share extra, the contract must be registered. Full stop. All of the above ingredient must be satisfied in every valid contract. Full stop. It can be note that all contract are agreement. All contract are agreement. But not all agreement are contract. But not all agreement are contract. But not all agreement are contract. Okay. But all